Την ανάγκη πολιτικών ανάπτυξης για την Κοιλάδα του Αχελώου επισημαίνουν η Επίτροπος αρμόδια για την Περιφερειακή Ανάπτυξη Κορίνα Κρέτσου, η Πρόεδρος της Επιτροπής Πολιτισμού του Ευρωπαϊκού Κοινοβουλίου Σίλβια Κώστα, η Πρόεδρος της Ομάδας Οικολόγων-Πρασίνων Ρεμπέκα Χάρμς και ο Γερμανός Ευρωβουλευτής Τζο Λάινεν. Η Κοιλάδα του Αχελώου, τονίζουν, είναι περιοχή με προοπτικές ανάπτυξης, πλούσια σε φυσικές ομορφιές και πολιτιστική κληρονομιά.
I had recently the opportunity to visit the Αχελώου Valley and to see the advantages of this region rich in beauty and cultural heritage, but also I was witnessing the problem of the citizens. And I realized how much the structural funds can help the development of the region and to improve the life of the citizens. I have visited various projects such as restoration of the monastery Crētsù, which have been funded by the European Union, and I am very glad to hear that there is a final stage of delivery. The Αχελώου Valley, it's a wonderful region. It's a region with prospects and growth potential, especially in the alternative and religious tourism and the agricultural sector. And for our part, you can be sure that European Commission is doing and will do everything possible to support Greece and the regions to improve the life of the citizens. Ευχαριστώ πολύ.
The Αχελώου Valley is an important historical, cultural, religious center with a pan-European light and shine. This cultural heritage is our duty to protect and convey it to future generations. The Αχελώου Valley is an area with the prospects for Greece and Europe between, rich in monuments and in cultural heritage that bind us to the past for inspiration for the present and for the future. Monuments such as, for instance, the monastery of Crētsù, of Megalokari, of Vragiana, of Mesopyrgos, historical bridges of Αχελώου, Roman of Kutso Kamaras, the bridge of Manolis Kamara of Mesopyrgos, the bridge Aulaki, and the legendary bridge Koraku to be restored are monuments of our global cultural heritage. The Committee of Culture of the European Parliament, of which I am a president, try to sensitize European citizens, and especially the young generation, about the value of cultural heritage and the integral connection to our everyday life. I want just to remind that we have a very important new convention, the Convention of Council of Europe, named the Convention of Faro. Faro is the name of the Portuguese city in which is signed. And I invite all member states to sign, to approve this convention, because this convention for the first time says that we have the duty to cultural heritage and the right, the duty to protect and the right to know the cultural heritage. And so maybe that Αχελώου can be a Faro city, a Faro site. The archaeological sites of the valley of Αχελώου is there to remind us of the obligation to respect this heritage, but also an obligation for its exploitation. To protect our culture, our monuments, and the environments is neither a luxury nor a financial burden. Is a need for an investment for a better world of tomorrow, to leave to our children and to new next generation.
In Greece, especially also in those difficult times, it's very important not to forget about the value, the big value of wonderful natural heritage in the country. And the Αχελώου Valley, I think, is part of this great heritage. To protect the heritage, but also to protect the cultural development, to buy regional products is very important.
I have been in the Κοιλάδα Αχελώου, and I saw how beautiful the villages are, how beautiful the landscape is. And I think that the European Union should do a lot of efforts to support the economic development of this region. It should be a lot of efforts to save the cultural heritage that is existing, a heritage that doesn't belong only to the country in Greece, but belongs to the whole of Europe. So I think the Κοιλάδα Αχελώου is an example how we could really have a rural development and not only in the mega cities and the metropole areas. We have to have a balance in Europe between metropole areas and the rural areas. So I think that is a good message to spread all over Europe, support Κοιλάδα, Αχελώου and other valleys of this quality.